All right. Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Kodash. The apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, salutations to you sincere, hopefully I can push the word of Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shai in spirit and in truth. All right. We are Great Millstone Northwest. Okay. Coming back with another lesson, live stream, open forum, and we just gonna, just get into the spirit, man. It's a lot taking place. You got the elites meeting in Davos, Switzerland. They talking, about what they gonna do, and we're seeing pretty much with that, we're seeing the minds of the elites pretty much being a tornado down to it. They're for the most part. Okay, so there's a lot going on, but whatever brothers got, go ahead. Bring
it out. Hey, real quick, this is an article that's on RT, and the title is U.S. Planning NATO Cuts, according to the Washington Post. U.S. President Donald Trump has long pressed the rest of the bloc to shoulder more responsibility for defense. The Pentagon is planning to reduce its U.S. military participation in a range of NATO adversary and training bodies through though the process is not linked to the current standoff over Greenland, the Washington Post reported on Wednesday, citing sources. So you got the United States, the brother had just mentioned how it's rocky ground for the United States and NATO, man. All right. And we know that ultimately, according to prophecy, all these allies that America has is going to turn their back on her. Okay. And, this is just showing another nail into that coffin to where prophecy is going to reign true. All right. Ultimately, America is going to be on an island all alone with everybody else pointing their swords at her. All right, and we're seeing those events unfold through the rocky relationship that this current president, United States, this current president Donald Trump is putting on the rest of the world, man.
This is Obadiah 1:7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so eventually all this tension is going to lead up to, hey man, all bets is off. All treaties the Treaty of Rome that we signed is in the garbage. And they're literally going to turn on this place and eventually shoot ICBM missiles to help destroy this place.
Right. Because America's main allies have been the European Union, or the countries that's in Europe have been America's greatest allies for a long time. And you got the strong ones that's in Europe against America right now over the Greenland situation, man. To where the troops over there to monitor what's happening over there in Greenland as a deterrent to keep America from just invading and taking it over.
Yeah, at Davos, Trump, he has said something along the lines of, he doesn't want to use force to take Greenland. He's not going to use force. That he wants to just pretty much purchase Greenland.
Yeah.
And he's under the notion that millions of dollars, and don't be that easy. All right, which who knows how that whole situation is gonna play out, but that dude is bugged out, man. Donald Trump is tweaking,
They said he backed down from it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Because he's like to win.
Yeah. And they were saying also that you got a lot of nations, countries that's pretty much getting rid of their debt
The U.S. Treasuries and whatnot.
Yeah, the treasuries, their treasuries that they have with
The United States.
Matter of fact, can somebody Google that? How many countries have recently got rid of their?
China, over time has gotten rid of 10% of all of their.
Yeah.
debt. Switzerland just dumped 100. Yeah, let me look it up. You got
Well, no, this is just
Okay.
real quick because it's on the topic off of RT. It says major Danish pension fund to exit U.S. Treasuries. All right, now dated for 21 January 2026.
Mm-hmm. So everybody's dumping the U.S. dollar. All right, which in doing that, that's gonna have all that debt float right back here to Babylon, which is gonna cause hyperinflation. You know, it's gonna cause the prices to be astronomically high in the grocery store. That is gonna affect people that already are affected by the prices as is. You know, so that's spiral Babylon out of control. You know, and you know, we looking forward to it. You know, the men of the Lord are looking forward to it because that means that the kingdom of heaven is nigh. All right, the kingdom of heaven is right around the corner. You got that one?
China, Japan, India are the main ones
Okay.
that have dumped here recently.
Yeah, and they said that a lot of these countries is turning to BRICS. You know, because there was I think it was Douglas McGregor. I just sent that article out, brothers. Or not the video. He was saying that, you know, America is pretty much the only country that is not only do they want, if they decide to do business with you, they're looking to pretty much, you know, take over and change things. You know what I'm saying? The whole regime change, you know, that's what they want in Iran. You know, that's what they want in Venezuela, so on and so forth. Then he used China as a comparison. When China does business with you, they're not looking to take over. You know what I'm saying? And fucking invade and set. You know what I'm saying? They ain't looking to do all that. You know, so countries are seeing that that's what you get when you deal with America. All right, and countries, you know, these nations don't want to have a complete colonial experience from times past.
Right.
And now they got the whole just how you had the so-called Muslims, the Arabs that have invaded Europe. Because even in the national security strategy, it talks about how, which Trump in the national security strategy mentions how Europe is not going to be recognizable in so many years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So with that as an example, these nations don't want to have their whole way of life changed just because, you know, Eagle Face woke up on the wrong side of the bed,
right,
with a shitty diaper. You know, so they're turning away from doing business with America.
Right.
You know, which Trump is making it easy by putting tariffs on them. So they're taking business elsewhere, man. You know.
This is from CNBC. Danish pension fund to sell 100 million in U.S. Treasuries.
Yep. Oh, also they take Russia as an example as well. That they had trillions of dollars that was confiscated by the West, 300 trillion, something like that.
Yeah.
And they froze that money, and then gave it to the small hat Ukrainians. Just you know, that's like somebody you know taking all your money and giving it to your enemy, man.
To your enemy.
You know, so these nations they take note of all this, man. So they'd rather do business with the BRICS, all right, become a member in the BRICS, all right, which, you know, a year or two ago they had hella people trying to get down with the BRICS, a whole bunch of countries.
Yep.
You know, so people was taking business elsewhere, man. Was that on that?
Yes, sir.
An AI overview says that the West has frozen approximately 300 billion to 335 billion in Russian sovereign assets.
Yeah, sovereign assets. Okay.
Yeah, buffer.
Yo. Testing. Take it back.
All right.
Yeah, take it back. Hey, Salakia, man, bear with us.
Technical difficulty.
Couple of technical difficulties, man. All right, but you was mentioning how the Most High was upset with the Babylonians taking the gold out of the temple, using those utensils.
Yeah, using the cups and whatnot, and having a good old time.
Right.
You know, those is sovereign. That was, matter of fact, somebody grabbed that account. That was sovereign to the Most High.
Right.
You know, and now you got some heathen. Just, bro, could you imagine coming home one day and it's some heathens eating some crazy shit, using your best china and Tupperware,
Right.
your favorite cup that you drink coffee out of, or make tea, you drink your tea out of this cup, you know, and you got a whole family that, all right, just having a good old time, man.
Having their way.
Shit, drinking dooblet and shit out of your favorite cup.
You know, hey, you be pissed, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the Russians, right?
Right.
You hear this? You got they got what was it, 300 trillion?
It was 300 billion.
300,
Well,
excuse me.
there was some more. That it was starting to give you a list of so it didn't give you a final number, but that was just in sovereign assets.
Okay.
You know, that's not including what they actually took from individual oligarchs.
Mm-hmm.
That's not including how much, you know, from certain deals and things that got blocked. You know, it's not including all of that. That's just from their sovereign assets. It says that it says total frozen sovereign assets is estimated to be about 330 billion. Central bank assets is another 200 billion. That's in euros though. Okay, EU holdings is another 200 to 210 billion euros. US holdings is a portion, it says smaller, about 5 billion, but who can really trust those numbers? And oligarch assets is over $400 billion in private assets of things frozen.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Like 3 trillion there.
And so it's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Yep. Just have it frozen. And remember, some years ago, Russia, with Putin as president, they actually paid off their debt.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only country to pay off the debt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, that's going to set you back. Paying debt off, or is going to set you back, you know, economically to a certain degree, or you know, financially, because you know you got to allocate funds to paying off this debt.
Yeah.
While it's like you paying off your credit card, and you got a budget, and you know what's the word? Live frugal for a period of time to pay that debt off.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, all these other people, you know, being countries, they still using that credit card, maxing out. You know what I'm saying? Printing 3D printing new credit cards with new maxes on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what America does with the Federal Reserve, printing all this money.
Yep.
You know, so you know the West and Europe, and they ain't like that.
Right.
Any nation that has that can actually get out of debt, all right, to those that's in charge of the game, they're not gonna be happy at that. All right, they want that debt, you know, hovering over your head to pretty much control you. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, go ahead, bro. You have something to what?
Nope. I mean, I have what we was going to start with. That's not really.
Yeah, bring it up
Okay.
so we can find it.
Yeah.
You then
Yeah.
start at verse 1 to get the story of it, and then we will jump down. Daniel chapter 5, starting at verse 1, it says, Belshazzar the king made a great feast to 1,000 of his lords, and drank wine before the 1,000. Belshazzar, while he tasted the wine, commanded to bring the golden and silver vessels which his father Nebuchadnezzar had taken out of the temple which was in Jerusalem, that the king and his princes, his wives, and his concubines might drink therein.
Yeah, man, you concubines, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
Touching something that's absolutely precious unto the Lord, man.
Something that's been dedicated as holy.
Yeah.
All right, because the vessels that was within the temple, those had to be clean. Those had to go through a ritual cleanse to be classified as holy, to actually be housed within the temple.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't just have unholy, dirty ass things within the temple. No, things was cleaned, and it had to be ritually clean, meaning that it had to be sprinkled with blood. You know what I'm saying? Certain. It talks about how you take the ashes from the red heifer. You got the whole process that you got to do to be able to make this, that you can sprinkle to make things clean and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not stating that all the golden maybe I need to freshen up on that. Maybe they had to go through that same purification process. But the point being that any vessel that actually was within the temple, housed within the temple as something that was that did a service within the temple, it had to go through a cleansing process, a ritual cleansing process, man.
To the point where they were spiritually clean.
Right, to be spiritually clean, man.
Yeah.
Okay, it says, then they brought the golden vessels that were taken out of the temple of the house of the heavenly Father, which was at Jerusalem, and the king and his princes, his wives, and his concubines drank in them. They drank wine and praised the gods of gold and of silver, of brass, of iron, of wood, and of stone. In the same hour came forth fingers of a man's hand, and wrote over against the candlestick upon the plaster of the wall of the king's palace. And the king saw the part of the hand that wrote. Then the king's countenance was changed, and his thoughts troubled him, so that the joints of his loins were loosed, and his knees smote one against another.
Yeah, what you call shaking in his boots.
Man, it say his joints. It say his joint. Hey, the joints of his loins was loosed, man.
What verse is that?
That was verse 6.
And the NLT says, Daniel 5 and 6 in the NLT. It says, and his face turned pale with fright, his knees knocked together in fear, and his legs gave way beneath him.
Damn.
Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? If you walking somewhere at night and it's dark, and you see an apparition or something, you're gonna be a little like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? So he nice off the yayan, and then you see this writing on the wall, man. You know?
Yep.
And that's from Yahweh Shem Shah. You know? So, he was tweaked out.
Did you want me to continue on, or did you want me to jump down to the interpretation?
No, you can keep reading.
Okay. This is verse 7. It says, the king cried aloud to bring in the astrologers, the Chaldeans, and the soothsayers. And the king spake and said to the wise men of Babylon, whosoever shall read this writing and show me the interpretation thereof shall be clothed with scarlet and have a chain of gold about his neck, and shall be the third ruler in the kingdom. Then came in all the king's wise men, but they could not read the writing, nor make known to the king the interpretation thereof. Then the king Then was King Belshazzar greatly troubled, and his countenance was changed in him, and his lords were astonished. Now the queen, by reason of the words of the king and his lords, came into the banquet house, and the queen spake and said, O king, live forever. Let not thy thoughts trouble thee, nor let thy countenance be changed. There is a man in thy kingdom in whom is the spirit of the holy gods, lowercase g, and in the days of thy father, light and understanding and wisdom, like the wisdom of the gods, was found in him, whom the king Nebuchadnezzar, thy father, the king, I say thy father, made master of the magicians, astrologers, Chaldeans, and soothsayers. For as much as an excellent spirit and knowledge and understanding, interpreting of dreams, and showing of hard sentences, and dissolving of doubts, were found in the same Daniel, whom the king named Belteshazzar. Now let Daniel be called, and he will show thee interpretation. Then was Daniel brought in before the king, and the king spake and said unto Daniel, Art thou Daniel, which art of the children of the captivity of Judah, whom the king my father brought out of Jewry? I have even heard of thee, that the spirit of the gods is in thee, and that light and understanding and excellent wisdom is found in thee. And now the wise men, the astrologers, have been brought in before me, that they should read this writing, and make known unto me the interpretation thereof, but they could not show the interpretation of the thing. And I have heard of thee that thou...
Yeah, in ancient times, in the ancient world, the Israelite men, the men of the Lord, were sought after. All right, there's always some point in our enemy's kingdom in which they sought after us for the interpretation of something, to know what to expect. What does this mean? All right, that's not really the case in now.
Right.
They want to just put all the men of the Lord to death.
Like that will stop the prophecy from actually happening.
Yeah.
But what the brother's alluding to with that too is that the prophets are actually valuable, as they can understand what the will of the Heavenly Father actually is in any given kingdom, man. Yeah. If Babylon was if they had their head on straight, which we know that this country will never have its head on straight, but if they had their head on straight, they would be, trying to soak up information, man, trying to soak up the game and get the people on the right path. But that's not what they're doing. They want to try to suppress the truth, thinking that so long as people believe in the lie, then the things that was spoken about in the truth isn't going to happen. That's not the way it works, man.
Yeah.
All right? The Heavenly Father's word does not return back unto him void. So it's still, regardless of how much you want to suppress the truth, that's not going to stop Babylon the Great from falling and being destroyed. All right? Especially with the help of its own allies, as we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, what does it say that his pride has deceived him?
Yep.
Let me see if I can find it.
You probably have deceived thee, thou that dwelleth in the clefts of the rocks. I believe that's in Obadiah, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay. It says, this is verse 16. It says, And I have heard of thee that thou canst make interpretations and can dissolve doubts. Now, if thou canst read the writing and make known to me the interpretation thereof, thou shalt be clothed with scarlet and have a chain of gold about thy neck, and shalt be the third ruler in the kingdom. Then Daniel answered and said before the king, Let thy gifts be to thyself, and give thy rewards to another. Yet I will read the writing unto the king, and make known to him the interpretation. Hey, what you think? Because Daniel could read he was like, what good is your gifts going to be when I can understand what actually was written?
Yeah.
What good would it be for me to receive this title of being third in the kingdom when your kingdom is over?
Right.
Try it.
That's the same thing. What good is it to sell out now at the end of Babylon the Great? What good is it to sell out, man? What good is it to go for the bag and to erase everything you've been fighting for some dollars when you know that the dollar is done.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Knowing what's to come for Israel and the kingdom of heaven.
Right. Yahweh Shai said, you gain the whole world and lose your soul, right?
grab this one real quick.
Yeah, grab that real quick.
Yep, this is Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Yep, because that's how Esau's mindset is, man.
Mm-hmm.
They think that what the scripture tell you, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. You think Trump's moving this way because he doesn't think he's building a legacy for his little punk ass son to just continue in? You know,
I was thinking about that today, man. I was like, this dude is really trying to set it up to where he can get that tall retard to be the next emperor.
Right. To come in after him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Vance gotta step in for a little bit. Just, you know what I'm saying, just so this kid comes to the proper age or whatnot, and then take over as new emperor of the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah.
That's not about to happen, man. All right? Real quick, this is Matthew chapter 16, verse 26. It says, actually, let me start up. This is Matthew chapter 16, verse 24. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. For what is a man profited, if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? You know? So what it does you no good to sell out for a corrupted reward, man. All right, especially when you know that the reward's corrupted. There's no benefit to it, man. You know, we're searching for something that's eternal. We're searching for something that can't be taken away from us. You know, something that will make us immortal beings. You know, rather than the temporary pleasures of this life. To hell with this life, man.
Mm-hmm.
We've given up on this life. This life ain't shit, man. We don't want nothing to do with it. This is what we do with our life now. You know. Because what's out there in the world, man? Other than being stressed the hell out and broke. You know?
Just fucking on a rack wheel. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
the hamster wheel.
Hamster wheel, just turning.
Getting
You running hard as
thinking you're doing something, you getting it.
Yeah.
You think you're going somewhere, you're in the same spot, man.
They got them little, which is fucked up. You can't just take your dog out for a walk, but motherfuckers got them dog treadmills
Oh.
that starts from them running. And they just be getting it like, man, this motherfucker just sitting here, man. Go take that man running.
Damn.
But hey, that's the life in Babylon.
Yeah. Scripture described it as vanity and vexation of spirit, man.
Hey, can I read this real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Talk about selling out. If you gotta remember, as an Israelite, you're under curses.
Right.
So it would be dumb to sell out.
Right.
Okay?
Right. Hey, it's still gonna be holes.
Right here.
There you go. Go
This
ahead,
is
bro.
Haggai 1. One of y'all said about this tomorrow.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Haggai 1 and 2, it says, thus speaketh the Lord Yahweh of hosts. This people say, the time is not come.
Mm.
The time that the Lord Yahweh's house should be built. Then came the word of Yahweh by Haggai the prophet, saying, is it time for you, O ye that dwell in your sealed houses, and this house lie waste? Now therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, consider your ways.
Mm-hmm.
Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Drink, you have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm.
Mm.
And he that earneth wages to be put into a bag with holes. I'm gonna read that in NLT.
I was just about to look that up in the NLT.
I seen you going for it. He was like,
You see
hold
that?
up.
Hey, but hey, people, these guys, these dummies that sell out, you know what I'm saying, that turn their back on serving Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai for whatever goodies Esau can offer them, you know, the Happy Meal, the crappy deal Happy Meal, right? It's still not enough, man. All right? You're still not satisfied, man. There's no satisfaction that can come from this life. other than what's found right here within the words of Yahweh Shem Shai, man, and actually being able to deal in the Holy Spirit. That's where your satisfaction for this life comes on this go around. You know, there's nothing the world really has to offer you that's satisfactory, man. You think about the things that you like. You like sweets because it tastes good, but that shit's destructive to your body. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything that you like that you know what I'm saying is pleasurable to you on this side of things is there's something off with it, man. You know?
Yeah.
What you was gonna say to
And with doing that, turning your back on the Lord to serve fucking Esau Edom, or basically to serve the spiritual demon Satan, you got to keep doing shit. Like you look at Nate, he got to keep this lie going so he can keep heaping souls unto death, man. Think about that. All of that blood is on your hands, man. All of that blood is on your hands. All y'all that either turned from the truth and tucked tail and went back to Christianity or whatever the fuck you did or whatever you're doing that's not in righteousness, you're going to have to pay for that. Everything that's done in the darkness shall be brought to the light.
That's right.
So what's the point of having a temporal kingdom, a little bit of taste of the glory here for a moment where you're going to still get sick.
Right.
You're going to still, if you make it to where you're old, right, if this was a different time period, you be still having the shit on yourself. You be still having, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody to serve you lentils and soup and shit, like.
And you gotta take like 90 fucking pills a day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Gotta wear compression socks with a walker.
Hey, with a walker and your arthritis is acting up.
Yep. Until you lose that left leg.
Right. Hey, to hell with that, man.
Man, fuck that.
To hell with that. You got that in the NLT?
Yeah, this is Haggai 2, excuse me, 1 and 3, starting at 3 in the NLT. It says, actually, I'm sorry, 2. It says, this is what the Lord Yahweh, heaven's army says. The people are saying the time has not yet come to rebuild the house of Yahweh.
Hey, which the time to rebuild the house is now, man. The labor is going on right now. Whether you know it or not, there's clinking going on in the background, man. Because brothers is active. You know? There's the spiritual building of the house is actually happening right now. And you're either a part of that or you're against it, man. You know? There's a lot of people that's in the way. And there's not that many people that's actually, you know, building, really doing work, man. You got a lot of people that's at the job site, but they're fucking faking it, man.
Looking at the.
They doing a little tink tink part. Tink tink tink. When it's like, man, nah, you actually got to get in there and you know, you got to bust. You should be busting the sweat, man.
Yeah.
You know, not just
looking at.
Showed up for the paycheck type of.
Hovering over the part, looking at it. You know, squatting down, looking at it. No, you gotta actually put some elbow grease and clean them shits, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. You gotta actually do the work, man.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta earn that pay.
Yep.
Cause guess what? Whether you know it or not, all the eyes is on you to know if you was worth the amount paid or not, man. You know, you gonna get paid for the work that you did. You know, that's what the brother just quoted. You know, every man's rewarded for the work that they did, man. Whether it was good or whether it was bad. You know. So the building of the house is actually happening. You got people that's saying that the building's not happening. No, the building is happening, man. It's just you ain't a part of it. You ain't there putting in the labor. Okay?
Can you grab that the account where they was rebuilding the wall and you know they was working and they had the sword in one hand, they was working, and you know what I'm saying? I forget where that's at. I think it might be Nehemiah. It's somewhere.
I'll look for it.
It's a lot. Let me finish this.
Yep, go ahead.
It says, verse 3, Haggai 1 and 3 in the NLT, it says, then the Lord Yahweh sent this message through the prophet Haggai. Why are you living in luxurious houses while my house lies in ruins?
Right.
That's the mindset of a lot of these Israelite leaders.
Nehemiah 4th chapter.
A lot of these Israelite leaders, a lot of these apostates, sellouts, all right, Hakar from Genesis, he even stated he drives something crazy in the driveway.
Right.
He was talking about his house, and this ain't the time for that, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got this nice house and a nice car, and all that's gonna be turned into a nuclear fallout.
Right.
Rubble.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gonna be turned to elements.
It's gonna be burnt up.
You know?
Yeah. Hey, read that verse again one more time, about Prashant.
Verse 3 says, then the Lord Yahweh sent this message through the prophet Haggai. Why are you living in luxurious houses while my house lies in ruins?
Living in the luxurious houses, and the house of the Lord lies in ruins. You know, the house of the Lord right now isn't even standing upon the earth, other than within the body of the elect. You know, the house of the Lord isn't even standing. Bro, our people are in shambles. We're in a terrible case, man. We're underneath the hill of our enemy Esau, Edom. Yet your sellout ass want to try to live the good life, man.
Welcome to the
While
eating dainties.
While everything is squeezing down.
Right. Everything's
It's not loosening up for Jake. It's
Right.
getting harder and harder. For Jake.
And your ass ain't about to be with the ones that's really doing good. You know what I'm saying? With the ones that's got assets and flies on jets and got yachts and all. You ain't about to be doing good like them. So what the hell's the point? You still consider lower class, man.
Oh yeah.
You know? I don't care how much they done gave you, you still consider lower class, man. You'll never be up there with the trillionaires.
Right.
Is it
You know?
trillions?
They gave you a couple bucks compared
Right.
to what they got.
What?
Some chump change.
Some chump change. Some you
Really, they gave you tea.
They gave you some
Dang.
dirty ass pennies
You know,
and told you to go to Coinstar.
They give you a big ass chain.
because it ain't physical gold
Right.
Right.
or silver
Right.
Or land.
or a piece of brass that was in a bag of quarters.
Yeah.
Right.
Or cattle.
Piece of brass in the- Hey.
It ain't real.
True story.
Right. It's
You can start at 15,
It's not
like 14 to 15,
real
verse
wealth.
14, 15.
Real wealth is found
of
in
chapter 4.
gold, silver, cattle, things that are tangible.
Yeah, that's what our
Right.
forefather
Yeah,
Abraham had.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, he was rich in gold, cattle, you know, things that actually had substance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you got cattle, you can be self-sustaining. You know what I'm saying? You got cattle, you find you a piece of land, you know, plant a vineyard, plant a garden, you know, build you a house. That should be, you know, everyone's what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, situation. You know,
Yeah.
everyone's condition.
Yep.
Everyone's
conditions.
living conditions should be. This is your plot of land.
Right.
These are your livestock, your animals. Okay, you got garden and so on and so forth.
Right.
Just like we brought it out some weeks ago during the time of King Solomon. Every Israelite family had a house and a garden. You know what I'm saying? Imagine every Jake here in Babylon had a house and a garden.
Right.
You know, and just it still got land. Ain't nobody living. You know, the supermarket's on the first floor, and then there's 50 stories. You know what I'm saying?
Living nothing but
Yeah.
hearing the baby cry through the walls.
Yeah.
It ain't your baby.
Well, you
You
trying
know
to
what
get
I'm
some
saying?
sleep.
You trying to sleep because you gotta actually go to work.
Right.
But the people that live above you is some college kids that party all night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. This ain't living, man.
This ain't it.
You know.
Hey, and speaking on, you know, Deacon Hakas talk about, you know, hopping into something crazy. You still either pay rent or a mortgage, okay? With that crazy car, I guarantee you got a lease.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you have there's certain videos, little YouTube shorts where people that work at car dealerships, like the people that actually work there. Some of them drive cars that you know come from that dealership or making models that they sell. some drive other things.
Right.
But they'll go around and ask them, what do you drive and how much is your car payment? And they themselves, $700 car payment, $600. It's like, what?
Crazy.
Like, how do you work? How do you sell cars and you yourself, you got the game of paying all this money for a vehicle, and then on top of that, the insurance be as high or even more pricey than the vehicle.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
The more expensive the car, the more expensive the insurance is going to be on it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they actually have to cover something on that, it's going to cost a lot. You know.
Yeah, man. Crazy.
So yeah, that's crazy work. How are you living in a nice house, and the Lord's house is in shambles? Man?
You know, so you got these Israelites that you know, they pretty much they want to take shine away from Yahweh Shai. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, they want the glory now. And with that, you know, if you dumb, you know, you sell out to Esau, he gives you, you know, some fiat currency, but that's only temporal.
Right.
Okay. Meanwhile, you know, there's a whole bunch of work to be done. You know, hey, until Yahweh Shai returns, you know, we are to be found working.
That's right.
Okay. Let me just finish this real quick.
Blessed is the servant he shall find so doing.
Yep.
You know? Go ahead, man.
Haggai. This is Haggai 1 and 4. Or actually 5 in NLT, it says, "This is what the Lord Yahweh of heaven's armies says. Look at what's happening to you," and that's an exclamation point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, look at you niggas, man. You know.
Right.
It says you have planted much, but harvest little.
Damn.
So think about all the works that these Israelite groups is doing. IUIC, ISUBK. You know, ISUBK having dudes doing combatives.
Right.
You know,
Spray painting or spray painting, but
in Central Park doing combatives.
Pepper sprays.
Getting pepper sprayed and
while in the front leading rest position.
yeah, doing bear crawls and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't basic training.
Yo.
You know?
You got other brothers.
Taser.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, they gotta practice those cadences.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, they got to march.
You know?
All right, marching practice.
But even with doing all the theatrics, you know, there's a high turnover rate with that. You know what I'm saying? So back in verse 5 it says
niggas don't even show up the second day.
Yeah. True
I
story.
know it's gonna be some mooch.
True story. Hey shit, we had to do
Inside jokes, man. Inside jokes, man.
Yeah, we knew somebody. We just experienced this. And we was hoping like hell, man. I hope this nigga don't come back tomorrow. One and done. One and ain't for
Straight
everybody.
devil, man. Straight devil.
Proud as hell.
Proud as
As
hell.
soon as we get to work, man, it's somebody we never seen before.
Proud with a cigarette.
With a cigarette.
Ah.
Proud.
It's like there's only one person. There's only one other person at the job site that even smokes with cigarettes. So to see some random over there with a cigarette, who the hell is this guy?
In all
man?
black.
Yeah, with his chest puffed up.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Like, I hope this nigga don't come back.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
nigga didn't come back.
The Lord answered our prayers, man.
Hey, it says you have planted much but have harvested little, and I think about that long ass PowerPoint Genesis put together, man.
Oh yeah.
Bro, that takes time to put a PowerPoint together. You actually gotta
60 something or two
right.
something slides.
You gotta actually type that shit out, man. And they obviously rehearsed it enough to be like, we didn't even touch Paul until after this many slides. I heard that. I turned it off. I'm not watching all of this.
You niggas is crazy. Crazy.
Oh man. But hey, that's planting a lot just to harvest a little, man. Because we was going into this last week. It was either this recent camp that we did or the camp before that. We was talking about how the joy of the hypocrite is only but for a moment. You know that the joy of the wicked is only but for a moment. Go ahead,
It says, you eat, but ye are not satisfied. You drink, but you are still thirsty. You put on clothes, but you cannot keep warm.
Right.
Your wages disappear as though you were putting them in pockets filled with holes.
You still got terrible spending habits. Even though Esau done gave you a bag, you still got terrible spending habits, man. You still stuck in the world. The world tells you you get a hold of some money, you gotta go splurge.
Yeah.
You know? We grew up in that era where going on shopping sprees was a thing, man. I don't think nobody doing that shit nowadays.
Popping tags.
Nowadays, ain't nobody got, you know what I'm saying? You don't even hear about rappers and shit talking about going and spending all kind of money at the mall no more. You know what I'm saying? But that, 20 years ago, that was a thing. That was what you did. You got a little bit of money, you go and buy some shit, man.
You had to go stunt.
Right. Right. So you niggas, when money falls into your lap, what are you doing with it, man? You know? And then if you ain't splurging it, guess what? It's all gonna get sucked up in regular life because you still gotta pay your bills.
Bills.
And the more money you got, the more bills you got.
No money, you got a whole bunch of women.
Right. If you got four wives and kids and shit.
I'm sitting here thinking about that, like, bro, you got all them wives you gotta take care of, and they ain't. Man, these hoes in this society, especially the end of, is not cheap.
Yeah, because she wants her hair. She wants her hair dead.
Hair is $1,100 a month.
for a hat.
A hair hat sewn in.
To get some fake ass nails on. You know, to get those stupid ass eyelashes glued to her real eyelashes. You know what I'm saying?
Ozempic.
Damn, Ozempic.
Got the Ozempic pill. You got the motherfucking, she just got new titties and ass.
That's all I was about to say, the BBLs.
Yeah, we got to pay for that.
You got to BBL drizzy it up, you know?
And, they said that you eat, but you're not full, you drink, and it's not enough. It's because that's the way the Lord has it set up. Right?
Curses.
We failed on our end of the contract. You ain't getting out of this, dog.
No.
I don't know who you thought you was fooling, but you ain't.
I just saw something. I didn't click on it, but yesterday I was flipping through YouTube. You know how it'll try to offer you little shorts to watch. It was something about Marlon Wayans being broke, and this dude. He's in his house. He's got a hoodie on, so it's probably cold in his house. But he's like, being broke, man. And he just last year, he just did a movie, but he don't got enough money. You wanna know why? Because Jake's man. All of these Hollywood celebrities, these people, as soon that'll take forever to upload. Forever to upload. Here we go. Hey man, hey Salakia, bear with us, technical difficulties, the signal is going in and out, Let me turn that off.
We can jump into this
Nehemiah. This is Nehemiah chapter 4. You said start at 13?
You start at 13 is good.
This is Nehemiah chapter 4, starting at verse 13. It says, "Therefore sat I in the lower places behind the wall, and on the higher places I even set the people after their families with their swords, their spears, and their bows. And I looked and rose up and said unto the nobles and to the rulers and to the rest of the people, Be not ye afraid of them. Remember the Lord, great and terrible, and fight for your brethren, your sons and your daughters, your wives and your houses. And it came to pass, when our enemies heard that it was known unto us, and the Most High had brought their counsel to naught, that we returned all of us to the wall, every one unto his work."
Yeah, so this is going into, the rebuilding of Jerusalem, all right? Dealing with the wall in particular. And that's what's, spiritually what we're doing now. All right, and we got enemies on all sides, all right? We're going into sellouts, okay? Which those sellouts is dudes that are apostates. You know what I'm saying? You a bug out, then you commit apostasy, and then you know, end up selling out. You know what I'm saying? So that fits for those you know, those cats or whatever. But you know, in the ancient world, we physically were laboring. All right. You gotta actually build and defend. You know, that's what we're doing through the Spirit. We're building and defending all at the same time.
Right.
Okay, through the Spirit. All right. It's not. We're not doing nothing physical. Okay, it's all spiritual.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, building
Right.
spiritually and defending the gospel spiritually.
Right. And that's the one of the bigger kickers that makes Esau upset, because they don't have nothing that they can really point at us at, you know, other than hey, we're speaking the words that's in the Bible, man. You know, we're not we're not like these other groups who's organizing to do bear crawls in the park, man. You know.
Can I read this before we get too far away from the topic? This is Luke 10:2. Therefore, said he unto them, the harvest is truly great, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he would send forth laborers into his harvest. You know, speaking of motherfuckers falling out and taking a bag when, man, there's work to be done, as the brother Thapa was saying. You know what I'm saying? And you over here turning your back on the plow, turning your back on the work to do Esau's work. Like, that's, you got to be a special kind of demon to do some shit like that.
Yeah, man. And I wouldn't be surprised. Well, in the case of Genesis, they said that they didn't believe. They wasn't fully persuaded in their minds for the actual ministry of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Always knew.
Just around
Phony balonies, man.
an oxygen piece.
Right. Just around to hang out, you know, to ride a coattail or something.
What you doing? Who, me?
Who me?
I'm just hanging out. Just hanging out.
Everybody who know about Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice looking at us.
Hey, that's the beauty of being a great millstone. Hey, is every once in a while, Apostle Tahar say, man, if you got a problem with the doctrine, get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, man.
Like, what are you waiting on?
Yeah.
You know, if you don't fully agree, if you're not fully persuaded in your own mind, like, don't stop wasting your time.
Right. That's
Yeah,
all.
that-
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
That's all it is. It's you're wasting your time. If you're not fully persuaded in this thing, you are wasting your time. There's no reason to spend years, you know, a decade plus, just wasting your time. That's stupid, man.
Yeah.
Go do what you please, what you want to do.
Yeah, well, you came in the truth. You know what I'm saying? You was young. You disenchanted and don't really believe, and it's 20, 30 years down the road, your ass bald, fat, you know what I'm saying?
Curses done smack you up.
Great beard. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, why did you waste all that time? You know?
Right. Your family don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Your woman done left. Your kids ain't rocking with you. You could have had your whole life.
Yeah.
You could have been going out to the water parks with your
Yeah, you
kids.
could have been a passport bro.
Right.
Man.
Hey, you
know what I'm saying?
could have got that dream job that you wanted when you was in high school, man. You could have actually pursued that career, man.
Yeah.
You know, and been a lapdog for Esau. You could have did that.
Yeah.
You could have got that. You could have got that maxi shot and went to Italy.
Yeah.
You know, like you wanted to do.
There's a lot of places where you could be right. That's all he ever wanted, was to be right anyway.
Right.
Right? He wanted to find some scripture that was the next big thing, or confounded great millstone. Or, like, bro, there's plenty of fucking avenues to go do that shit. You could do that shit anywhere. Just be a fucking weirdo, trying to be the top dog right all the time. Look at me, all that shit.
You could have been Black Charlie Kirk. You could have been Black Charlie Kirk, going out to colleges and debating kids and shit. You could have took that whole route. You probably would have did great debating little white kids about, you know, whatever. What are you doing messing around with the truth, man? Only to at the end of it, at the very end of it all, when things really start clicking into play for prophecy to start coming to pass, as far as the end, that's when you want to be like, you know what? Heathens can make it.
That right there just lets you know them dudes are set up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get to the end and then pull a 180.
Yeah. Back here in Nehemiah, the 4th chapter. Do you have more on that? Was that it? Okay. Back in Nehemiah, the 4th chapter, verse 16, it says, "And it came to pass from that time forth that the half of my servants wrought in the work, and the other half of them held both spears and shields, and the bows and the harborgins,
Yeah.
and the rulers were behind all the house of Judah. They which built it on the wall, and they that bear burdens with those that laden, everyone with one of his hands wrought in the work, and with the other hand held a weapon."
Yeah. So was actually physically working. All right. And then in the other hand, you know, they got a weapon. In case, you know, they had to defend themselves or their brother.
Right.
All right, against the enemies. All right. Now, we do the work currently. All right, in the scripture, this is our weapon. All right, the word of Yahweh is our weapon.
Right.
All right, as the scripture say in Corinthians, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Right.
All right, so we don't rely on carnal means, you know, taking guns to camp like these other Israelite camps do. A lot of these other Israel got a whole AR-15
slung.
You know what I'm saying?
Slung across their body.
Slung across, and now what do you got? You got so-called Black Panthers out at these little protests in Philly and Milwaukee and all that, with AR-15s on some militant shit, okay? And all they're gonna do is try to equate that, you know, to the Israelites, which really, I mean, you got Israelite groups already doing that.
Right.
All right, giving you know, the Israelite name a bad rap, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but the men of Great Millstone, all right, we rely on the Spirit. All right, we don't need that, because dudes like that, those organizations and groups like that, making themselves all targets. Okay, that's who Esau is going to be looking to to come after. You think them, you know, proud ass Edomites should be driving by and certain off-duty cops and law enforcement, and you know, they see you niggas out there doing that, man, and they salivate for the day when they can, you know, do the Edomite pastime,
right?
Which is kill Israelites.
Right. They look now they got a reason to be actually targeting you guys, man. Because you guys are presenting yourself militant. You heard what Trump was talking about. He said, you know, all you people that speak against, I forget how he worded it. The ones that the prophets of doom,
perennial prophets of doom,
right? Speaking against America or whatnot, or presenting yourself as a threat against America, that he wants to get rid of you. What do you think you're doing when you out there? The speaker, whoever's speaking, is talking about the downfall of America, and then the one holding post got a whole big ass fucking gun that came out the skinny jeans slung across his body, man. What message are you sending? You know, you're asking for it, man. At least if Esau rose up on us, we're justified in the spirit, because we ain't did shit wrong to you, man.
Non-violent.
We ain't did nothing wrong to you, man. Because we know this isn't something that we can make happen. Us going out there with, you know what I'm saying, if we was to all take up arms, we'd lose. You understand?
Hey, good looking out, Dr. King.
Hey, he gave us a day off.
We needed that day off, man.
Hey, it was paid.
Yeah,
it was paid. Good job, my guy.
Good looking, my
you're good. You're a good nigga.
You're a good nigga. You all right, man.
He up there
now.
Right
now.
He might be back by now.
My nigga.
He might be back by now.
That's crazy.
He might be back by now.
No, I'm saying. Yeah, but if he is like, damn, nigga, you got your wig split and the Lord sent you back just to catch a nuke?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Cause he did hurt to the people, man.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
He did hurt to the people,
He
man.
was in bed with the elites.
Why would you have us get down with our enemy, man? He's supposed to be somebody that knows the scriptures.
Yeah, exactly.
Then what the hell are we doing getting down with our enemy? We're not supposed to let this motherfucker close to us, man. We was better off segregated, man.
Mm-hmm.
As a people, we were doing better segregated.
Tulsa, Oklahoma, show you that.
All them drown towns showed you that. You had a lot of affluent Jake towns.
For the Nahum, I'm sorry, Nehemiah.
Yeah. Oh, you keep speaking of it.
There's a little bit more on that. Go ahead, 12.
I was just saying that there's plenty of affluent towns and cities that Jake had popping, man. You know, you had even on certain reservations when Jake was left alone, they was doing well. You know, all they needed was an opportunity, especially coming out of slavery, especially coming out of the G side that was happening to our people, man. We was ready to do whatever we had to do to survive and stop feeling the bite of slavery and the bite of relocation and concentration camps, and we was ready to do something. So when we did, it didn't do nothing but create jealousy.
Right.
Now it was like, oh, how are these motherfuckers doing better than me, and I'm white.
Right.
You know, once they got that white title,
Right.
that elevated these poor ass fucking crackers to a level of they felt like they was something. They felt like they belonged, but that was the elite just putting you in a trick bag so you could do the fucking dirty work. So they didn't have to get their hands dirty. They could just let you Jim Crow your ass off and Ku Klux Klan your ass off and not think about it. They could just keep doing the other shit behind closed doors with the sorcery and the shit the Chaldeans was doing. Man.
Yeah, they used the elites used the average Edomite to pretty much control the Israelites.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we don't physically got to be there to keep them in check and destroy them. They used the average Edomite, institutions and things of that nature to destroy Israel, right? You know, and they ain't doing nothing more than a hyper version of that now with everything you see going on. You know, the jab, who do they target with that?
Jake.
Negroes, Latinos, and natives.
And those was the high risk.
Yeah.
Which what the hell makes you more high risk than Esau or Moab's ass? You know?
Because you're Negro.
Because you're Negro. Why is Michael Jordan so tall? Right.
You know what I'm
Hey, why is Michael Jordan so tall? Because he's a Negro.
Yeah, I remember that.
Stupid ass kids.
Y'all remember that movie quote where old boy was talking about, we have a new idea where we'll build the prison and the prisoners themselves will man the prison. They won't even know they're in prison because they're, keeping the low of the low down. I can't remember what movie it is. The apostles go into it all the time. But he was talking about how, basically he's talking about the American system, how the prisoners are going to be the guards.
Yeah.
And they going to think they doing something, but really they're still stuck in the prison.
ICE.
Yeah.
Somebody, I think, I forget who it was. It might have been Apostle or a brother, or it might have been a video I was watching or something. But they were saying that pretty much, societies, in particular America, is turning they wanted to be I think it was Apostle Sahara. He mentioned it being an open air prison.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? 15-minute cities here and there.
Yeah.
But it's literally, an open air prison. You got open air markets.
Yep.
All right, like you go to certain parts of Africa or, Thailand and Cambodia. Just different countries. Their markets, a lot of their markets are open air markets.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how it was in ancient Israel too.
Yeah.
That's
I'm pretty
why
sure it's like that in Korea.
That's why it talks about, go to the highways and the byways. Those would be the open market. That's where all the people are, for whatever business they got, they traveling through there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that's where those markets. You're selling fruits,
like
selling flowers, selling,
everybody gotta eat.
selling cloth, leathers and whatnot, jewelry. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all remember that quote now?
Nah, I ain't never
I
watched
think
that
so.
movie.
I think
I know
so.
that actor, but I ain't never watched whatever that movie is.
He said prisoners, make the prisoners build their own prison, and then be trapped in it. That's what
Who
America
thinks
is,
it's
man.
like Esau's
Esau.
crazy, man.
Esau.
Bugged out. But yeah, so you know, yeah, they want America to be like a open air prison, but this place is gonna be destroyed, man. So,
That's right.
so hell with all that.
That's right. With all the goodies in it too.
Mm-hmm.
All of it's gonna burn.
Matter of
Man.
fact, can you grab that Ephesians 6?
Yeah. The movie's called My Dinner with Andre. All right, this is. Did you want me to start at 12? Or you want me to start up a
Oh,
little?
you can start at 12.
Can I read this real quick? It's a quick hit.
Mm-hmm.
This is second Corinthians chapter 6 verse 3. It says, giving no offense in anything that the ministry be not blamed. All right, just for that earlier point of you know what I'm saying, we ain't out there with crazy guns slinged across our body or presenting ourselves as this militant group, because we don't want the ministry itself to be blamed. We got a message from the Lord to give forth, and that's all we're pushing forward, man. You know, not this whole big black unity, new Black Panthers. We gonna overthrow Esau by force type shit, man. We gotta rely on Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. Without the Lord, we can't do a damn thing, man. All right, other than be stuck here in hell. Okay, that was the point on that though.
Yeah, that's like thinking you could do something to Esau is like you're a scientist and you going to fight Floyd Mayweather,
Right.
and you're the same size as Floyd. You about to get fucking dusted.
You Jake Paul thinking you about to go up against him.
Thank you. You gonna get Jake Paul, y'all niggas out there tripping like that, man. This
I'm
is
gonna go against a real boxer, right?
Okay. You've been doing a real good job in that boxing gym, but nigga, but you ain't ready for this. This is a world champion. All right, this is Ephesians 6 and 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Yeah, you know, so we fighting against demons, man. You know, principalities, which goes into angels and demons.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and certain of those demons is actually housed in these other Israelite group members.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, on top of that, you know, just demons, period, being these other nations, Esau, you know, on a daily basis. Okay, so dealing with all that, there's tools and weapons that the Heavenly Father has equipped us with that aren't carnal, and it's gonna get into it. Go ahead.
Verse 13, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High.
Yeah, you gotta take on the whole armor. Or you coming to the truth. You can't put on, you know, like you trying to take off your thigh pads, you know, playing football. Those are uncomfortable. They make me faster, so I'm gonna take those off. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna wear my mouthpiece.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like these football players now, a lot of them don't even have their mouthpiece in when they be. I'll be like, these niggas is crazy.
Crazy as hell.
Bro.
Getting smacked.
Bite your whole tongue off
Bro,
playing
that's,
around.
That's
Smacked.
crazy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just, mouthpiece just hanging on the face mask.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like you niggas is crazy, man. All right, those is given for your protection.
Yeah.
Or likewise, all the armor that the Heavenly Father has given us is for our protection.
That's right.
You know?
So you just want to have the boots on.
Yeah.
That's it. You want to be.
With no socks.
You want to be an Esau suit with the spiritual armor and boots on.
Mm.
With no socks.
With no socks.
Hey, no socks is crazy work right there.
No socks, combat boots, and motherfucking LDS underwear.
It's a swamp in that
You
one.
wearing fucking Latter-day Saints fucking
Oh,
Tidy whities.
that's the special. Those are special ones.
yeah, trying to get delivered
Hey,
underwear.
but that show you the Latter-day Saints got more faith than some of these Israelite groups, man, because they'll put those draws on every day. Every
Just in
day.
case. Just in case they get delivered today.
Every day they'll put them shits on.
It might be the
But you
rapture.
guys can't hold firm until the end. you know, for the sake of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and for the sake of the ministry and the message that's being put forth unto Yasharallah, y'all can't hold firm without, you know, selling out for a little punk ass bag, man. That's crazy work. Esau. Hey, Brian. And they got them drawers on right now.
Oh, damn.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
Yep. Take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, having done all to stand.
Yep, having done all. Hey, read that part again.
Yep.
To take heed that you can be able to stand, man. Go ahead, brother.
You don't understand, meaning you was working, been going back to Nehemiah.
Right.
You was building, and you was ready to fight spiritually.
Giving it
Okay.
all.
You got on all the armor that the Heavenly Father has given, equipped us with, all right, via faith, and you actually, you know, doing what's required. You know, you showing your faith, proving your faith by your works, all right. And then also, you know, utilizing the scripts, you know, to slice and dice,
To maneuver.
you know.
That ye may be able to withstand in the evil day.
Hey, that evil day is approaching, man. You know.
Damn.
You know, it's at Jacob's trouble.
Mhm.
You know, they sending ice to Maine. You know,
Mhm.
it seems like they going state to state to certain hot spots, and when they satisfied, that's when they gonna set up shop somewhere else.
Yep.
You know, hey, where was we at? We had we went somewhere. Oh, we went to a certain grocery store in a certain area. We ain't gonna say where it's at. But usually, man, when the whole immigrant shit
man.
took place, when they let them come up here back in 2024, 2023,
Right.
we used to go to that same grocery store, and I remember the first time we went there, we had been going there, but when we went, it was noticeable. You in a grocery store and you got foreign eyes looking all at you crazy. They're not native to Washington. They're not native to America. You look like you're from Nepal. You're from Bangladesh.
Yeah.
You from fucking Zimbabwe.
Right.
All right. You from somewhere in Mexico.
Yeah. Or you might be from Guatemala.
Yeah. You
might be from Guatemala.
You might be Panamanian.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just everybody looking at you crazy, and we going in there getting our usual, and these niggas got baskets
Right.
filled with food, man.
Right.
Filled with food. While we in there grabbing our
We
typical smoothie.
we grabbing select few items.
Yeah, you
right?
know.
We know where all the items at because these are the only items we ever grab in this store.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
in
saying?
and out. You know what I'm saying? So we noticed when that happened, when they let all the migrants up here and the bugged out looks they had on their faces and they looking at us like we don't belong here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So fast forward, we just went back to that same store not too long ago, about 2 weeks ago, if that. Man,
Within the past 2 weeks.
about 2 weeks. It was night and day, man. All right, the only so-called foreigner-looking people we seen in there really was Hamites.
There was a lot of
Jake,
Hamites.
Jake from West Africa type looking.
Well, there was
like,
some ham-looking Hamites too up in that motherfucker.
That's probably like South. Yeah, probably like Uganda type.
There was some.
Probably some Uganda. You know, which that's east. Probably South Africa.
Some niggas that
Some
look like they
West
ever shot an AK before.
Yeah.
Some people from Kenya.
So yeah.
And some army fatigues.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, under a despot. That's what niggas look like.
But yeah, so
On dirt road.
it was completely different, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that evil day,
It's a
Jacob's
problem.
trouble, you know.
And people are feeling it.
Yeah.
People are feeling it. Hey, it's not just, you know what I'm saying. You be seeing some of these TikTok videos and whatnot. People are feeling it, man. That
Good
everything-
for them, man.
Yeah. No, this is a beautiful time we're in. Everything is hard for people, man. These people. Hey,
Welcome to our life.
Hey, we read how it's a bag with holes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jake is feeling that across the board, man.
Yeah.
You know, not only Jake is feeling that, but you got the lower tier Esau that's feeling that, the heathen that ain't plopped up. Them motherfuckers is feeling that. You know, everybody's realizing that the American dream is really a nightmare, man.
Man, you know the words that been ringing in my ears watching all this ICE shit is when that motherfucking devil drove by camp. He was like, yeah, Trump gonna deport all y'all. He was like, we ain't fucking Mexican. He's like, hey, he's coming for y'all too next. We was like, oh shit. Hey, he must have been tied in working for ICE because he got the memo. Because it ain't stopping with the Latin tribes. Right. It ain't stopping with the few Gadites that they picking up. It ain't stopping with the Africans. Right? It ain't stopping with Beijing Bob. Nigga, it's coming for anybody who's not white.
That's right.
And even some of them.
You still reading that Ephesians?
Yep. And having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness.
You supposed to be standing with truth and righteousness, man. How many Israelite groups out there can say that they're standing with truth and righteousness, man? All right, because only one group can say that we push forth 100% truth, you know, with no lies, no gimmicks, no side shows involved with it, you know. Nothing in there just to soften it up a little bit, you know, a little, what do they say, a little sugar to make it go down or whatever.
Yeah,
we ain't add none of that.
Yeah.
If it's bitter onto you, then so be it, man. You either gonna drink it down or you can move on. You know?
Bitter's good.
Bitter's great for you.
Yeah.
The bitter things in the food categories is the most beneficial things.
Those are the things that heal you.
Right.
You know?
Right. But that's the reason why they used to add the sugar into what they call medicine. Was because it would be filled with bitters and whatnot. This is before Tylenol and just some pill that you could pop, or you know what I'm saying, some fruity ass high fructose corn syrup type liquid you can drink. You know, this is back when it would be like somebody, your grandma to mash this shit up.
Elixirs.
Yeah, man. You know, you can grind this up and brewed some water on it and made you drink it. You know, but it'll heal everything. Your ass wasn't sick no more. Tomorrow you feeling great.
Good.
You know. Yeah. So, Great Millstone, man, we're giving it to you raw from the scriptures, man. Because the scriptures, this book right here, man, will break your heart. It'll break your heart, man. It'll bust you down to the smallest amount, you know, and tell you that you ain't. This book really lets you know that you ain't shit.
It'll break your heart, then put it back together.
And then it'll put it back together, man.
The way it's supposed to be.
Right. You know? Right. Because that's what they used to say in the military. We gotta break you down and build you up. You know. Go ahead, Tulu.
Verse 15, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
Yeah, it's all about that faith.
It's all about that faith. You know,
at the end of the day, you don't got nothing if you don't got faith.
Right. Hebrews 11:6. Without faith, it's impossible to please Him. You know, for he that cometh to the Most High must believe that He is.
Yeah. It takes faith to believe that.
Faith is the number one ingredient, man. You know, because it's not by our works in the law. Hey, faith out trumps the law, man. You know, you got some groups that would like to boast themselves in the law. Your ass ain't been clean a day in your life. Here in Babylon the Great, you're not a single day in your life have you been clean, man. All right. As a child, you lived in the house with your mom. She ain't never leave the house. You know what I'm talking about? Like to go somewhere else during that time of the month.
She didn't even get purified when she had your ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Your ass ain't been clean a single day in your life. Even like say for instance right now, you know, you live as a bachelor. You ain't no women even around you, bro. That doesn't matter when you step outside the door. You go to the grocery store. You don't know if the person that stocked whatever you grab it from the grocery store was clean. You know what I'm saying? We ain't been clean a day in our life, man. You got guys trying to boast themselves in the law. You know, under the metrics of the law, we don't have a way back to the Heavenly Father, man. But through faith, we have a way back through our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai, man.
It's the only way back.
That's our only way back. And that's through faith. That's through our belief in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. So faith out trumps the law, man. Faith weighs heavier on the scale than what the law weighs, man. Your deeds in the law. Because if you was perfect in the law, well, you can boast in that, man. You know?
A quick precept.
Yeah.
And this is the only way we are clean. John 15:3 it says, "Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you."
There you go.
You know?
You are clean through the word.
That's how we're clean.
Yep.
We know like physically, man, this is hell. You move into a house, man, you don't know if fucking there was a Edomite with long hair digging in the graveyards, stealing bones and shit.
Damn.
Imagine that.
Right.
The Edomite
right.
in Milwaukee.
Right.
I think it was Milwaukee.
Right. Now that house ain't about to be condemned.
Oh, that's crazy, because dude in that house, I believe that's Milwaukee, where that dude, that Edomite, got all them bones and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And look what's going on up there. The ice shit and all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, man. Yeah. But imagine that, though. This Edomite is digging in graveyards in the middle of the night, stealing a whole family's fucking bones, got them in grandma's skull and grandpa's fucking skull and auntie so-and-so's skull, all just encased in glass, decorated the whole house. All right, then he gets arrested, thrown in prison. They gut the house, and all they do is paint the walls, put in new carpet.
Damn.
Like that's.
But it's still like seeped into the foundation of that house, man.
That's what you're dealing with in America, man, or just this planet, period. It's not supposed to be like that, man. Matter of fact, real quick, this is we mentioned this earlier, and I'm gonna read this in the NLT. This is 1 Kings 4 and verse 24. It says, Solomon's dominion extended over all the kingdoms west of the Euphrates River, from Tifsha to Gaza, and there was peace on all his borders. During the lifetime of Solomon, all of Judah and Israel lived in peace and safety, and from Dan in the north to Beersheba in the south, each family had its own home and garden.
Mm-hmm. So from it said, anytime it says from Dan to Beersheba, it's talking about that whole inheritance that Israel received, from including all the tribes. That's from Dan to Beersheba. That's from the north to the south, man. It's stretching all across all the tribes' land. Okay, so under King Solomon, all the tribes, every family in the tribes had their own. They had their own, man.
Eating good,
bro. You don't gotta go to your neighbor asking to borrow some flour. You got your own garden, man. You got your own animals that's roaming around. That what I'm saying. That when you see fit, you can slaughter them. If you had your own house right now, your own farm right now, you wouldn't have to go to Esau for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
In your own land or what, you don't gotta go to Esau for nothing, man.
Yeah.
The hell do you need him for?
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why he took everything away from the American people, man.
And with that, having your own house and garden, all right, that house is gonna be passed down to members in your family.
Right.
Therefore, you ensure that you ain't renting a house that some Edomite
had bones.
It had
all
the whole,
there.
the whole graveyard is in, is in that nigga's house.
You looking at
Closed
this,
up.
Hey, you looking at
sits in the corner like
you looking at a speck of dust or some dirt,
Yeah.
and you don't know that that's dirt from the cemetery, man.
Yeah, man.
damn.
You know what I'm saying? That's dirt from the cemetery got dragged in.
That's
That
crazy.
they missed when it was vacuuming this shit up, man.
Yeah, that's terrible, man.
Bro, imagine the smell in that shit. The
Yeah.
smell, bro.
Yeah.
That's some type of stank that ain't gonna come out, man. You move into certain houses, and you be like, man, like it doesn't matter how much you clean or whatnot. The house just has a smell to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That every now and then it might just waft itself up. You know, a hot day, the sun beating down on the house. And that
Still
shit-
here.
Right. You just get a whiff of dog. Like, damn, man. Whoever was up in this motherfucker had a dog. Right.
Right.
Somebody must have had a dog at
Yeah.
some point, right? Or, you know, you just catch whatever smell, man.
Mm.
You know? So imagine the smell of
Yeah,
a
but that's
house
why-
that had all these dead bodies just in it, just for who knows how long, just chilling.
That's why we through the spirit, you know, you sage your house, man.
That's right.
You know, run through the house and praise Yahweh Shem Yahushua and rebuke Satan with some
That's
sage, man. And get them spirits up out of there.
Yeah.
You know, where if you ever move, do that. You know.
Yep. That was in PA, by the way.
PA, okay.
PA, yeah.
My bad. I thought it was for some reason.
I did too. I thought it was in the
I thought it was
Midwest.
Milwaukee.
Hey, if you get a house in
So, like-
Pennsylvania, you definitely want to save
Yeah.
that shit, man. 'Cause it could be that nigga's house. They ain't about to condemn that house.
Hell no.
That house about to be right back on the market. They gonna clear that shit out, like the brother said, slap some new paint, put in a new carpet, and have a real estate agent showing that shit off to your family.
Some motherfuckers
You
is
know?
coming from
Oh,
out
you gotta.
of-
Oh, you're
out of
pregnant.
staters.
Oh, you're pregnant.
The real estate agent gonna have a fucking COVID mask on,
Right.
lying, talking about they sick or
I'm
whatever.
sick.
I just got my jab. I don't want to get anybody sick.
I'm feeling under the weather. Right.
No goddamn well she's
No,
doing that shit.
no. In this house is. Oh, you guys should go in and look around.
Meanwhile-
The master bedroom is that way, right? She don't even
Families
step
from
in.
from California, so they ain't got no clue that
Right,
they happen
right,
there
right.
at that house.
Right. It's a Jake family. They don't pay attention to the news. They don't watch the
They gonna
news.
put some Leos up in there.
Oh, damn. Mr. George?
Mr. George,
Is it your house?
Mr. George, I found this. It's a skull. I found this, Mr. George. I don't know.
It's a tooth. It's a tooth from the
Yeah.
skull, right? Mr. George?
Hey, Iscar, superstitious. He gonna get the fuck up out of there.
Nah, it's called love death. They gonna
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
put that shit on them.
Hey,
They gonna put that shit right underneath their cross. With
He-
the little candle, you know those Jesus candles. Hey, me and his brother was in the we was in the store not too long ago, man. Probably about a week or two ago. We was in the store and his brother. I was like, hey man, you know where the candles at? He was like, yeah, I know where the candles at. His brother take me over there to swear all the Jesus and the Mary candles and shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, nah,
The
man,
Catholic-
get out of here with that.
Catholic candles.
Yeah. Hey, it was a funny moment. Anyway, sorry.
Alright.
Oh.
That was it on
That
the
was-
pages?
I
That was
mean,
it
that was
on
pretty
the
much the point. I mean, if I can go through all the rest of the armor,
Yeah.
Yeah, get all that. I got something on that as well too.
verse 17, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High.
See
Yeah,
that?
that's the point. The word.
That's the weapon.
Yeah. The word is the weapon, is the sword. That's what we use,
Right.
you know,
Right.
when we at work. And that's on or off the clock.
Right.
And we ain't never off the clock.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Whether that's going to work to make your funky shekels or pay bills, you know,
Yeah.
and also, you know, actually going to go do the work. You know what I'm saying? We always on the clock thinking of spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Ready to reply with a spiritual answer. You know?
Right. Go ahead, T. Will.
Verse 18, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. And for me, that utterance may be given unto me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mystery of the gospel, which I am an ambassador bonds.
Hey, which I am an ambassador. Okay, an ambassador is a representative, man. All right, like you got ambassadors for these different countries that at these embassies, right? The people that's in those embassies is ambassadors from other countries. You know, like you got the U.S. embassy in the various different countries around the world. The people, the people that's stationed there are ambassadors for the United States. They speak on behalf of the United States. When we was dealing with kingdoms and whatnot, you would send an ambassador to a foreign land to represent the interest of your kingdom, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're ambassadors for Yahweh Shah. We're not down here supposed to be representing ourselves. We're supposed to be representing the Lord, man. That's why the words that we speak needs to be coming from the Bible rather than from our own hearts. You know, the actions that we're doing. That the ministry itself don't be blamed, man. You know, you gotta actually move you gotta move knowing that you're a part of a bigger organization, man. I remember back in the military, this brother can attest to it. We didn't have the freedom just to do as we please because we always represented the military, man. We couldn't go to the press and do an interview on the news or anything like that because we represented a bigger organization. You get UCMJ action against you for that type of shit, man. You know, you can't just go start speaking on behalf of the military as a part of the military. You gonna get hemmed up, man.
E1 talking
Right.
about George Bush.
E1.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who the hell is you?
Right, you gonna get your ass.
Yeah.
Right, you gonna get your hey, friendly resolution move, right? Like, hey, but we're ambassadors for the Lord, though, man. And an ambassador can't just go wilding out in a different country, doing as he sees fit. You know what I'm saying? No, because he knows he represents a bigger country. That could mean war on his country, depending on how he's moving as that ambassador, man. So we're not here to represent ourselves, man. We're here to represent Bashim al-Shai, okay? Go ahead.
For which I am an ambassador in bonds, that therein I may speak boldly as I ought to speak, but that ye also may know my affairs, how I do. Tychicus, a beloved brother and faithful minister in the Lord, shall make known to you all things, whom I have sent.
That's
Okay, yeah.
You said, I was like, I thought you were speaking Yiddish. I was like, what?
Oh,
Hey, bro, you should have seen.
When'd you learn?
I looked over there, I was like,
You gave him that rock.
like Bibi Netanyahu. I was like, what?
You gave him the rock out the people's eyebrow.
He said in Thai. I was like,
Tychicus.
He's working on his, you know,
Tychicus.
It's a
How you spell it?
Tychicus.
Beats me.
Yeah.
Hey,
I gotta see it.
I got a couple precepts real
Yeah,
quick.
my Hebrew sound came in.
Yeah, you in that. Okay, I see you. Chapter 10, verse 3, it says, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down the imaginations of every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Heavenly Father, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai, man. All right. So our weapons isn't this isn't a carnal fight. We're not on a carnal this isn't a carnal war that we're waging, man. Okay?
Tychicus.
Tychicus.
Or Tychicus.
Is it yours have a TH?
Tychicus.
Tychicus.
Type it in
That's
on
what
Google.
I'm do, man. How you spell it?
Tychicus. I got a precept I want to bring out real quick.
Go ahead.
So earlier we was talking about
Tychicus.
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 But yeah, you know, on that evil day, the Lord, one of the purposes of that is to humble man. All right, because everybody is proud. You know, these people, you know, here in America is the most pride-filled people on planet Earth, man. And the Lord is going to humble that pride by way of the actions that you got ICE, you know, exemplifying and whatnot. So this is Isaiah 2 and 11. It says, "The lofty looks of man shall be humbled,
Right.
and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and Yahweh alone shall be exalted in that day." Ultimately, the day of the Lord, right? So verse 12, it says, "For the day of the Lord Yahweh of hosts shall be on everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low." You know, look at Donald Trump, for instance, man. That dude is exalted over there in Davos, Switzerland, pretty much talking shit to his counterparts. All right, and they recognize that pride, man. Them rest of them heathens, and they don't like that shit.
Nah.
You know,
a lot of them is secretly, you know what I'm saying, like looking at each other like, man, you see this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? They laughing at the way he grinds. You know what I'm saying, behind his back, because these countries ain't feeling the way Donald Trump is moving, man. Nothing about it are they feeling. You know, it's just that they're trying to keep their ties. They think that, okay, Trump's only going to be in for. They don't want to permanently sever their ties with America just because of a single sitting president. Because a single sitting president is a limited amount of time, versus how, you know, however long they have been in an allyship with America. You know, the next administration could come in and just completely undo everything that Trump to extend, but Trump is pushing them boundaries.
Yeah, it's to where it's like they know they gotta say and do something, because if not, they gonna be if they just go without saying anything or doing anything before they know it, they gonna, you know, Debo just took everything from you,
right,
and sons you. You know what I'm saying? Now you just America's little minion. You know, you just more than what you are. You know, and there's no hope for you now.
Now your bike gone, your chain gone.
Hey, the new president, a new president. You know, hypothetically speaking, we don't see another president. But say a new president was to get in there. The country that actually withstood America is better off, but this motherfucker who didn't want to say nothing, do anything.
Into the divine spirit, and to the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and the intents of the heart. All right, just speaking about the spiritual weapons that we have versus the carnal weapons that some of these groups seem to be putting their trust in. All right, all we need is the word, okay, coupled with that shield of faith and the rest of the armor. You know, that helmet of salvation, I think it said the belt of truth. You know, the breastplate of righteousness, coupled with having on that full armor set, man. With this word that's sharper than any two-edged sword, man, we're fully ready to conquer and overcome, man. You know, using the blood of the Lamb, versus being someone who's in that situation where you got partial armor, you know what I'm saying? You got second hand-me-down armor and whatnot, and you ain't fully when this time of Jacob's trouble come, you know, as the brother was reading of this time of trouble, when that comes and you ain't fully, you know, you don't fully got that armor on with it proven. Right, because King David didn't want to wear Saul's armor, saying he wasn't proven. It didn't fit him right, man. He wouldn't be able to maneuver in it. He's uncomfortable in it. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, nah, I'd rather go with that. Hey, if you ain't
And that's faith. That takes faith to do that.
right,
Because he already knew how he was going to get Goliath's ass up out of there.
he had a game plan.
You know?
And the majority of his game plan was strictly trusting in Yahweh Shem Shai, man.
Yeah.
Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that's gonna come against the armies of the living power, man?
Fucking Hamite.
I love that quote. That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorites right there. You know.
Who the hell is this Hamite?
But Esau's about to try to really come with everything he can. He's really about to try to throw the hammer in, man. You know. And we gotta have on that full armor to be able to withstand that, man. They said that the shield of faith, so you can withstand the fiery darts of the devil. You know. The only way we're making it through this is if we're actually armored up in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. You know, that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And endurance can go all the way up until either the chariot or until you ain't breathing no more. All right. So that's what I have on that.
You got something?
Was you still gonna read this Haggai? Or you was done?
No, the Haggai was done.
What about the Daniel the 5th chapter? We
We
actually
pretty much made the point.
we made the point. We didn't
read.
I was gonna just read like to verse 6 and then jump down to where it was breaking down with the hand rope. But we
Did
ended
get to
up
that?
nah
Well,
you
actually,
wanted to actually read, you wanted to read through the chapter, so we was reading,
Because there's only a couple of verses left.
I stopped at
For Daniel?
Yeah. I stopped at about verse 16, and that doesn't pick up till like verse 25. They're lengthy verses. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good. We can you can pick up at 25 and we can just read through those real quick. But go ahead.
Was you done with the Nehemiah?
The Nehemiah. We was at what, 18?
We was at about 18,
Yeah, you can read through. Let him read that, then read finish mine, then finish.
You might want to have it because mine's kind of lengthy.
What you got?
I got Ecclesiastes 10 and 9. Why is earth and ashes proud?
Go ahead.
All right. This is Sirach 10 and 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man.
Yep. And that's what these various leaders, global leaders, is realizing about Donald Trump. That damn, this dude is covetous, man. You to the point you trying to take a whole country. You trying to steal a whole country. Just
it's no small landmass either, man. It's big, bro.
Big as hell.
It's big, bro.
That shit bigger than Alaska.
That joint's, bro. That joint's bigger than the majority of Europe.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
That joint's bigger than the majority of Europe, man. And he just wants to annex it.
Shit, think about how. That's just because he's a colonizer and there's 90% Gadites there, but
bro, look at this. Look at this. That's about a quarter of the United States, bro.
yeah, that's a third. That's like the whole Midwest.
That's like look at that.
Big as shit.
That's big as hell, man.
But think about how covetous he is over that stupid ass Nobel.
And just go. Just go ahead and wrap it up.
All right, so
This shit gonna keep on acting with this man.
yeah. But Lord willing, we went almost to our brothers. Once again, this has been a edifying lesson, through the spirit over form. Pray brothers learn something, once again, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash.
Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to sincere, hopeful, elect Achim, striving to be of Ma'ah, Arabai, a lot, that is to say 144,000. And the last one will die. Till next time, shalom.
Shalom. hole. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo,